Hey there, Johnny Daniel, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. Hey, I thought you might want to see how this pop-up Z fold card is made. So I figured I would do one with you. What do you think? So first I'm going to go through the measurements, then I'm going to show you how to put it together. For the stamps, I just have like happy birthday. So out of the 3 sets, I have a piece from Cake Celebrations, Hooray for Surprises, and then Keeping Tabs. But honestly, it's whatever fits on whatever punch and all that kind of stuff. So let's get going. These are gold embellishments off the website. I've got Crushed Curry and Garden Green. I've already cut out quite a bit, so let's start here. For my embellishment part, I've got a background daisy cut from Crushed Curry, and then the detail portion cut out of white, basic white to be exact. And then I've got, this is from a retired punch, but any punch will work depending on what size your words are. And this is just cut from the same designer series paper. This is the daisy paper, and then basic white as well. All right, so here goes the fun part, okay? So this is the smallest pop-up. So we're gonna go from smallest to largest, okay? And then the base. So smallest to largest, you need a box that's 2 1/4, and then you're gonna score at 1/4 inch, 1 1/2, and 1 3/4. And then your DSP, or the daisy paper, is 1 1/8 by 2 1/8. Then our next block pop-up is, let's see here, 2 3/4 square. And this is square scored at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, and 2 1/4. With the designer series paper cut still at 1 1/8, but 2 5/8 this time. All right, next, let's get the stack going. Next, so let's see, 1, 2, so this is the 3 1/4 one. This is 3 1/4 square, so this is scored at 3/4. This is scored at 2 and at 2 3/4. And the designer series paper is cut at 1 1/8 by 3 1/8. And lastly, our front one, top one, whatever you want to call it, is 3 3/4 square. And this is scored at, let's see here, let's do it the right way. This is scored at 1 inch, 2 1/4, and 3 1/4, okay? And then the designer series paper is 1 1/8 by 3 5/8. All right, so for the other panels, we've got 3 of them. These are all cut at 1 1/8 by 4, okay? And then for the back and the middle, I guess you would say, I've got 2 pieces of the designer series paper, both cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then the matte, or the white, cut at 5 by 3 3/4. Whew. Okay. And then we've got our base, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 8, and then scored at, let's see here, 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to get my stamping done first, just to get it done. So if I'm modeling after the, oh my gosh, the sample, okay, so I'm going to do my happy birthday, and that's going to go way, way, way up top in the corner where there's room, okay? So then I'm going to take this off. I'll clean later because I don't want to bore you with that. All right, so now we're going to do Celebrate on the back. And this is gonna be here. All right. Okay. So let's do this. One sec. One sec. I gotta have my background stamp. So my background stamp is gonna be crushed curry. And let's not do it upside down, shall we? So this is my stamped by, okay? Just barely, okay? So that's all I need for the yellow, because oh, no, I need it for candles too, if I do them. We'll see how it goes. Let's do the candles, shall we? So I forgot to pull these out. That's okay. All right, so there's my candles. All right, so my candles are gonna be green. My candles are gonna be green. Okay. And then my, let's see here. My tops, my little glow part, that is gonna be my yellow crushed curry. So we're just gonna put this across here and stamp it down. So there's my candles that are lit. Gotta have lit candles, right? Otherwise you can't blow them out and make a wish. So there's that. And then last but not least, I'm gonna do make a wish on my oval. Okay, and then I think that's it for my stamping. And then it's just gonna be putting it together. Okay. Okay, there's that. If you're not real confident about getting stuff squared up on something punched out, punch it out after, no problem. But for this, I wanted it all done. Okay. All right, so we're gonna grab our base. You ready? We're making this. All right, so we're gonna grab our base, and the score line that is not at the edge, we're gonna go back, and then we're gonna go forth. Okay, so it opens like this. Okay, that's so far. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna glue these down. So maybe. All right, so this is gonna go here the correct way, whatever that means, I'm not sure. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna flip this over, and we're gonna do these two. And might as well get the glue on both. All right, so let's see, stems. It's kind of going every which way, so whatever way it looks right, do it. So we're gonna glue those down. And I think that one, yeah, that one's gonna go that way, because that's the other piece to this. Guess I cut it perfect. All right, so now we're gonna glue our mat down. This is the boring part of the card. This is not all the pockets and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna, this way. And we're gonna do this. And this is the back. So we're gonna put our Celebrate on the back. Okay, now we're gonna flip. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my other mats down to get all the easy stuff done. Okay, and then we're gonna do this one. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm gonna put all my pieces together, because I want it, once I start assembling, I can just go, right? So if you want to use dimensionals, you can, but I'm just doing it with what I have here. Okay, so we're gonna grab our glue dots to glue this flower down. Make sure you line it up. There is a line up on this. Let's see. Those are longer on that side, so it's probably this way. So yeah, just turn it until it looks right. Quite literally. Nope. So let's see. There we go. There's our piece. Okay. So now that we've figured it out, we'll take it off. See if we can figure it out again, right? So, all right. Let's grab some glue dots and throw them down there. You want to do a few because you want it to stay together. Not flip up on you is what I mean. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get my finger unglued. Okay, so now we're going to stick this down here and mesh. Okay, so there's my hard parts. All right, so now what we're gonna grab is all the pockets, right? So we're gonna start with the biggest one. Okay, so the small piece, if you look here, the small piece goes here. You ready for this? Okay, so where you have the two score lines, that is your part that folds over to go around, and then this piece is the part that tags in, okay? But first I'm gonna glue my mat down. Okay, and that goes here. If you mess up, you can always grab your heat tool, warm it a little bit, get that adhesive going again, and then pull it up. So I'm gonna grab my tear tape, throw it across there, and I'm gonna do two, because I don't want it gapping. And then we're gonna do one on the skinny side to glue it down. Okay, so now we're gonna pull these up. Okay, so we're gonna pull those up. All right, now here's the fun part, right? Okay, so you're gonna bend this up, okay? And you're gonna go towards the bottom, and you're gonna stick this right against that score line as it's bent up on the bottom, okay? So we're gonna stick this right against the score line, right where it stops, and then we're gonna fold this over on top. That's how you know it's lined up, okay? So that's what that's gonna look like. Then, and we're gonna do this 4 times, so you'll catch on by the end. Then you're gonna fold it over here, ready? And we're going to keep your fingers underneath so it doesn't pop out like that. So you're gonna fold it down like this, and then you're gonna fold it over. This ensures that it's done correctly so it moves, okay? Next one. All right, so remember, hopefully, where you have the 2 score lines, that's gonna be your right hand edge, okay? So this is gonna go on this second one here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna get our tear tape. And we're gonna put 2. I need that a little longer. I don't think I did it much longer, but a little bit, it'll be all right. Okay. And then we're gonna do here. Okay. Now we're gonna take off our backing. And we're going to take off our backing. And we're going to take off our backing. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, you ready for this? Are we going again? Okay. So we're gonna fold this down and we're going to crunch this down. Now, if you want it tiny bit up, I kind of do. So I'm gonna stick this down here and I'm gonna fold this down. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this over and we're going to keep our fingers underneath and we're gonna smash this whole thing down. Okay. And that's our next one. Okay. Next. Okay. So the two sides are gonna go to the right and the other one's gonna go there. So we're going to glue this down. Okay. And we're gonna figure out which way this goes. We're gonna glue it into the second panel from the left. And then we're going to grab some Tear Tape. And we're going to grab some Tear Tape on that last one. Oop, a little bit too long. Not a big deal. All right, so now we're going to mush that down. We're gonna peel the backs off. And we're gonna peel the backs off. Okay, now that's gonna go to the right, this is gonna go to the left. Okay, so now we're going to push this up a little. Pay attention to where your words are. And then we're gonna mash this down. Then we're gonna fold it on the second crease. And then we're going to basically close the card so it all goes flat. Okay? So far, so good. All right, this one. 1, 2. That's our right side. This is our left side. This is our piece, our panel. Okay, and then this is gonna go, I'm not certain which way, so I'm just gonna guess here. If it's upside down, it's upside down. Too late now. Okay, so now we're going to grab, and you're gonna make sure you stay above that score line, because if you don't, you got stickies in places you don't need it. Okay, and then we're gonna grab down here. Okay, so now we're gonna peel away, and I'm gonna roll some of this back because I don't want it sticking out, and then we're going to peel away. Okay, now I'm gonna fold this down and we're gonna stick this here. We're gonna stick this here. Okay, and we're going to fold this down, and then we're gonna fold this over on the second one, right? Okay, and we're gonna fold all of this flat. Okay, and that, whoop, what happened? Should work. There we go. Just a little bit of adjustment, I guess. So there's our pop-up Z-fold card. So now I'm going to go, that goes here. So I'm gonna grab a couple glue dots. And I'm actually gonna put them on the panel. Looks like some of my things were upside down. Oh well. Too late now. Okay, so I'm gonna grab 2 or 3, put them on my panel. Okay. And we're gonna go, and I'm gonna put this here. Okay, I'm gonna grab my gold and put it in the center, because if I don't do it now, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna forget. Okay, so there's that. And then my Make-A-Wish, you just gotta figure out where you want it. I think it's going to go right there. So I'm going to grab some more glue dots. And we're going to put one there, hopefully. And we're going to put one here. And we're going to put one more, because I don't want stuff swiveling around. So there's that. And then I'm going to stick this here, kind of down and in. And there we go. There's our pop-up Z fold card. I hope you like, and yes, it folds flat straight into an envelope. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks again for following me. For more information and all this other stuff, follow me, stampinwithjohnny.com. And these are going to be available for sale this Saturday at the 29 Palms Farmers Market. Thank you. Bye-bye.